Hi, today I'm going to have a bit of fun painting a portrait in the style of artist Amedeo Modigliani. Now, Modigliani was an Italian painter from about 100 years ago who was famous for painting nudes and particularly portraits. And his portraits were renowned for having really long sort of oval faces that a little bit skewed, really long elongated necks and limbs, and he gave his faces a real sort of melancholy sort of expression. When Modigliani painted, he often outlined all his features quite hard in like black, and used quite warm colours and sort of rusty type colours. So I'm going to have a go at painting in his style and maybe teach you some things along the way. So when I do a normal portrait, if I was drawing a face here, I would probably start with sort of like a face that's sort of like a normal oval shape. But Modigliani, he didn't do that. He made his faces really long. So I'm going to start with I guess an outline that's nice and long. In fact, for this particular portrait, I'm going to make sure the face, if this was about halfway, my face is going to take up about halfway. The neck will take up probably about a quarter, and I'm going to leave the rest for the shoulders and body. So, although his pictures were quite long and elongated, the features were still, I guess, in the right place and right proportion, although in some ways out of proportion as well. So I'm going to have a go at just sketching this up first. I'm going to bring this neck right down long, even into this line. Now I'm just kind of making this up, but we'll try and keep it kind of true to Modigliani's style. So maybe eyes. Maybe some part of a bit of a background. Okay, I've got my basic shape here. As you can see, the face is really kind of stretched out with this long neck. And again, I'm just kind of making this up as I go along, but I'm just trying to get those sort of Modigliani features in there of that long face. I'm going to bring in this hard black outline and these sort of darker, warmer colours. I'm going to start with filling in the background. I'm going to use a sort of a darker, sort of red colour. Okay, now I've got a bit of a background in, and you can see I'm just kind of doing this quickly because it's just a demo to get a bit of a sense of that Modigliani style. But now I'm going to work on the face and some of the features, get those skin colours in, have a think about how I'm going to do the hair and the body. Okay, now for some lips. Okay, now I'll fill in maybe the hair. Okay, I'm just going to put some features in now, but one thing that really strikes me about Modigliani is the way he does his eyes. And sometimes he puts a little bit of detail in the eyes, but sometimes, quite often, he just leaves the eyes just almost filled in, or like quite black or quite bland, almost quite a little bit spooky, a bit haunting. So I'm going to stick with that theme and keep the eyes in the style of Modigliani. Okay, so here she is. This is my attempt at a portrait in the style of Modigliani. Well, it's not perfect, but what I was trying to really emphasize was, again, that really elongated face, the really long, kind of extended neck that was very typical of Modigliani's style, and this really sort of nondescript, really sort of vacant expression, and these sort of really dark, warm colors that he used. So there we go. Have a go yourself. Try a bit of Modigliani yourself. It's really fun to have a go to do a portrait in that type of style. So hope you enjoyed the video and hope you learned something a little bit about Amedeo Modigliani.